In the city, there was a brown-walled factory with high, dusty windows on a dusty street, where many women worked at making men's shirts. Most had worked there for many years, and would continue there until their eyes grew old, their faces lined and tired, grim-mouthed with disillusionment.
Yet it was in this factory that Lisa worked, in the center of the large room at a solid wooden table with 6 other women. Together from morning till closing time, their duty was to sew buttons of many shapes, colors, and sizes onto men's shirts. Lisa was young, simple-hearted and kind, with eyes that still knew how to smile. Since her mother's death, Lisa had rented quarters in an older part of the city, an inexpensive attic room, poorly heated, with one sloping window, almost a skylight, in a gray, slated roof. Lisa glanced around her as if with the silent question, is this all? This cold room, the chair, the emptiness, answered her even more silently. Lisa sat, listening to the silent gathering night. An hour passed, then moved suddenly by a strange expectancy. She got into bed and gazed up again through the slanting window.
Night, that compassionate thief, crept stealthily over the housetops, snaring men's cares and fears in his soft net of slumber.
Sleep is calling, fly up high, be a cloud moving in the sky. Soar above the winding rivers, ask the stars, what am I? Lullaby, lullaby, lullaby. Sleep is calling, soar in light, be a star shining through the night. Tell all creatures that you love them, tell the shadows be bright. Lullaby, lullaby, lullaby. Sleep is calling, fly up high, be a cloud moving in the sky. Sail above the winding rivers, ask the stars, what am I? Lullaby, lullaby, lullaby. Sleep is calling, soar in light, be a star shining through the night. Tell all creatures that you love them, tell the shadows be bright. Lullaby, lullaby, lullaby. Sleep is calling, fly up high, be a cloud moving in the sky. Sail above the winding rivers, ask the stars, what am I? Lullaby, lullaby, lullaby. Sleep Sleep is calling, soar in light, be a star shining through the night. Tell all creatures that you love them, tell the shadows be bright. Lullaby, lullaby, lullaby. Sleep is calling, fly up high, be a cloud moving in the sky. Sail above the winding rivers, ask the stars, what am I? Lullaby, lullaby, lullaby. Sleep is calling, soar in light, be a star shining through the night. Tell all creatures that you love them, tell the shadows be bright. Lullaby, lullaby, lullaby.
A few bright stars peered timidly through the ragged, flapping trains of vanishing clouds. Then bolder they came out and beckoned to their smaller sisters. Soon they all joined, laughing in a game of hide and seek, while stern, lingering vapors, dignity affronted, gathered their garments about them and hastened grimly toward the horizon. After a time rose the moon, and earth and heaven, long battered by the raging storm, drank deep of the cool, still, revivifying light.
Through the sloping window of Lisa's room, a wide ray of moonlight descended to the floor, drenching it in peace. She saw it and smiled. Somewhere in the distance a bird sang, seeming to the young girl to be telling tales of undying love, of shining happiness. Ah, she thought, if only life would really offer such blessings. Was pure love even possible? Was happiness? Did anyone exist anywhere on earth to whom these ideals were more than dreams? A pang of yearning stabbed her heart, its sharp pain bringing tears to her eyes. How long she had known this yearning, like a flute at twilight, playing its lonely notes on a distant hill. This yearning had haunted her and had been with her always. Deeply it underlay the long rolling years, the days, the endless seeming months of her young life. Tonight, however, some subtle change seemed to be wafting on the night breeze with that lonely melody, as though the flute notes were dancing. Was some kindly shepherd playing to listening ears somewhere, to listening thoughts, to listening, answering smiles? A hint, it seemed, no more, but the melody of yearning through the years was laden suddenly with a new, a very special message. What was its purport? Was it of hope? Was that slight rising at the end of each line a hint of some smiling promise? Tonight the young girl saw herself all at once a creature of this city no longer, To herself, she seemed a butterfly struggling for release from its cocoon. Free and soaring she felt, as if she were joining in laughter with the comets, leaping lightly over distant star clouds, drinking thirstily with light rays of the moon, and sipping at fountains of eternal joy. Sleep caught her again, rocking her gently in its cloud arms of peace. Meanwhile, the pale ray of moonlight moved slowly onward, flowed over the old uneven boards, caressed with magic fingers the shabby walls, the worn furniture, and touched the bed lightly whereon Lisa lay.
Nightingale, nightingale, sing of joy through the night. Teach my heart to impart everywhere your delight. Sing of moon rays on the rain, sing that love's not in vain. Every grief, every wrong has its ending in song. Nightingale, nightingale, sing of joy through the night. Teach all men how to spin clouds of gloom into light. Without silence, what is song? Without night, where is dawn? Were it not for men's woes, who would smile at our rose? Nightingale, nightingale, sing of joy through the night. Let each tone silence groan, earth and heaven unite. Morning laughter, evening tears, snow and blossoms all fade. Joy must sing in the night to face change unafraid. Nightingale, nightingale, nightingale.
Lisa awoke with a start and sat up. Everything seemed watchful in anticipation. A quiet sense of excitement gripped the still air, as though eager to tell it something. Lisa hardly dared to breathe. Turning, she sat motionless on the edge of the bed. A dove flew by outside, its wing beats quickly fading away. And in that mystical hush, the rustling passage seemed almost an omen. Then the cloud was gone, and the room brightened. A wide ray of sunlight, warm and quiet, poured through the sloped window. What was it this day that impressed Lisa so strangely? The beams of sunlight shone with some subtle power. Minutes passed. Then in the steady flow of light, fresh waves of radiance, as of some alien substance, shimmered downward, landing in the pool of gold on the floor. The light of the room was drawn as if magnetically into this shining column. In the center of that luminescence, an apparition slowly began to take shape.
At last, a cloud-like human form appeared. It was vaguely moving. A misty arm seemed stretched out in blessing, fingers merging into diaphanous light. A bright sunburst about the head, condensed into shining golden hair. Where luminous cascades had seemed to swirl gracefully to the floor, a flowing robe now appeared. And there, at last, stood the most beautiful being Lisa had ever seen. A man, but surely this was an angel. Strength suggested in that firm bearing was softened in the eyes by an expression of compassionate love. Wisdom in the high forehead was sweetened by a smile that hinted at whole realms of inner joy. Lisa knelt instinctively in adoration. Words seemed superfluous, but oh, her heart sang. Divine peace, like a refreshing, weightless waterfall, overwhelmed her. Love, almost the bearer of pain, filled her heart. How long she remained there, she could not have said.
But the sun, making its slow arc through the sky, moved the pool of light on the floor nearer and nearer to the spot where Lisa, with bursting heart, knelt. Suddenly, as she gazed at his feet, she found herself encircled in the golden aureole of lambent light that surrounded him. Startled, almost afraid, she glanced up, and the sun's rays struck her full in the face.
Alas, that too penetrating brilliance. Tightly she closed her eyes and quickly lowered her head. When she looked up again, he was gone. Wildly she looked around, but he had vanished. The sunlight had lost its magic quality. Her room, poor and plain as it had been before, whispered no echo of the melody that only moments before had touched it so wondrously. At first, Lisa felt stranded, as though lost in a tunnel of night. Had the sun man appeared so briefly, only to abandon her forever? But then, the memory of her experience, like a mighty wave, burst on her anew. Love exists, she thought, wonder-struck at the revelation. Joy exists. New doors of transcendent meaning seemed to be opening onto the vast universe around her. It was though life itself for her had dawned only with the sun's light today. And though outwardly the world gave no sign that it was changed, never more for her, she felt, would it be the same.
Her bare room, humble as it still was, seemed drab no longer, but sweet in its simplicity and unassuming gentleness. Her work at the factory, Humdrum as she had good reason to think it, seemed useful now, a service, yes, and an important one, a way of touching hearts for whom the city's streets meant loneliness. The thought of working there filled her all at once with happiness, with unalloyed delight.
What is love? Is it only ours? Or does love whisper in the flowers? Surely we children of this world could not love by our own powers. What is joy? Is it just a dream? Or does joy laugh in every stream? Are the clouds mindless after all? Or is joy all nature's theme? God is dead, so men say. Can't they see all life's is play? Not a church binds him as its own. Not a creed makes him fully known. Foolish if we limit him. Every atom is his throne. What is love? Is it only ours? Or does love whisper in the flowers? Surely we children of this world could not love by our own powers. What is love? What is love? Is it love we touch in the flowers?
It was late when Lisa woke, and the sun was high, though this time unobscured by any cloud. Light already filled the room, with the glory well nigh unendurable. The girl's heart swelled, as if in a rising silent hymn of faith and hope. Minutes passed. Then a cloud-like shape drifted downward in the golden shaft. Slowly, the misty figure once again took shape. And there he stood. To Lisa, he seemed more than ever divinely beautiful. As she stood before him, the city ceased for her to exist. The miracle of his presence was all she now knew. She felt she had been born into a wonderful, the only true life. The Sun Man, however, smiled sadly, as he had the last time.
I have asked so many. Almost all have refused. Will you too, with burdened heart, turn back to your cold, unfeeling city? Is the power of love too great for your weak heart also to bear?
Alas, was that it? Was it love she had feared, not the betrayal of her duty? Considering anew her heart's dilemma, she saw now that the city cared for her not at all, was incapable of love for her, was incapable of love. How then, by leaving it, could she betray it? And what was her highest duty, if not to love itself? I love thee, she whispered. Let all that I know and all that I am be drowned in the ocean of pure love. I am not afraid. Love only is life. Without love, all else is death.
The sunlight stealing once more slowly across the floor enveloped her once again in a blaze of glory.
But this time she welcomed it, the more so because it encircled also him. She knew now that she belonged to that light, and that light to her, that whatever was outside of it no longer pertained to her. Fearlessly she gazed into the full brilliance.
And the shaft of light moved on slowly across the empty room.
Love is all I know, sun rays on the snow of a winter long, in darkness without song. Oh, my heart's afire, burning all desire. Only you remain, and life again. did stray, flung lifetimes away, imagined you did not care. I know now your smile was mine all the while. I listened and love was there. I can't breathe for love. All the stars above call to me, come home. Life's waves all end in foam. Only love can heal all the pain I feel. What a fool was I to turn away. Everyone, please. Love is all I know. Sun rays on the snow of a winter long, in darkness without song. Oh, my heart's a fire, burning all desire. Only you remain, and life again. Too long I did stray, flung lifetimes away, imagined you did not care. I know now your smile was mine all the while. I listened and love was there. I can